What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Lucas from ContentFries, and welcome to next episode of Content Fridays. And today I would like to share with you our progress in a Context Editor 2.0, which will be basically native context editor replacement in the 2.0 version. And let me just jump right into it because I think this is really awesome and it's shaping finally to the. I think it's close to release this in some kind of beta version, and I'm very excited about it. So let me just share my screen with you and go into it. And this is the Context Editor 2.0 basically interface. As you can see, it is really simple, clean, much better interface than the current context editor in ContentFries 1.0. And I have this little video right here which is almost 3 minutes long, and I can do stuff like add other videos into the context editor. As you can see, the transformer or this kind of selecting components in the scene is much more user friendly. You can pick anything in the scene from here, even if it's basically outside of the scene. As you can see here, I can basically zoom in and out and stuff like that. These are quality of life improvements and much better layout, organization and stuff. And I can also add multiple videos into videos. This is one of the differences between this context editor and the current one in ContentFries 1.0. In basically there you can only add one video and images and overlays text on top of that video, but nothing like animated GIFs or other videos or B-rolls or that kind of stuff. You have to use static images and stuff like that. Not in this version. Here you can add B-rolls, you can add animated GIFs. I will go into it. But in case you did not watch previous version of Content Fridays, then this section right here is very important, because here in the uploads tab you will have everything that you upload in ContentFries, all your videos or all your audio files or your font files or your images, logos, intros, outros. Everything you will have here in the upload section. And that's why we are working also on this feature that will basically display all this content like in a computer. You will have all the folders, you can keep your content organized and pick everything and in a really simple form. And I think this is just much better approach to something that should have all the core video editing features. Then let me go to subtitles, but before I go into it, let me go to text, because texts are simpler. And let me add just a simple headline here. As you can see, this is the headline. I can increase the font size and add shadow or basically rewrite it or anything. This is work in progress, but as you can see, it is much better organized. You have text where you change all core attributes, core basic settings of that text. Then you have container where you can adjust more container like stuff. You can change width, height, you can change the background of this container of that text, and you can also apply animations, but I will show you that in some of the future episodes, because this is currently a work in progress. As you can see, then we have a fonts library here, and there is almost 1400 of fonts, which is much bigger library of fonts compared to the current version of ContentFries 1.0. And it is sorted by popularity. That means you can see all the fonts that are most popular, and when we release it, it will change dynamically. So that means when people will prefer this kind of maybe this Oswald font or something else, everything will change. So the ordering will change when we release this, depending on the use, okay? But you can also upload your custom font and use that if you prefer to do so. Now let me go to the animated section, because this is extremely important. And you have here this kind of animated text, and this is great for some kind of overlay. And let me show you what this does. For example, let's just assume this video is about, presenting some parts, presenting some episodes or whatever. So let me pick, for example, this animated text, and let's rewrite it to, for example, episode 1 animations. Okay, and add to scene. And now I will go before the animation starts so you can see what happened. And let me play the video. And as you can see, here is basically this animation. You can see how it looks like. By hovering over that text, I think this is really great. You can pick some of these animations, and the goal is to have, dozens of animations like these this year. So this is just the beginning of this awesome transformation of ContentFries. And these yellow, parts are also kind of applying some kind of animation to the container. As you can see, it is basically, if you are aware of term or transition, this basically applies in and out transition. This is also something that's not available in ContentFries 1.0. There are transitions for images in 1.0, to be completely open and honest about that. But you cannot see that transition or that effect inside of the context editor. You will see it. It will be applied only to the output video. And this, is kind of confusing, because you apply some kind of transition and it is not displayed in the preview. Here, everything works as expected. That means when there is some kind of animation or anything, you will see that in the preview, and it will be exactly the same in the output, because we are exporting basically everything frame by frame and then merging it together, and it's super complex and complicated. And I'm not here to bore you with details, but the message, the core message is that in the 2.0 version, everything is much, basically built from scratch, and it is using state-of-the-art technologies, most modern, and the code base is just 50 times more cleaner, better, and more, adjustable and stuff like that. Okay, so this is basically the text animation. And you can also add animation if you like. So let me pick this one, for example, and set it to transparent background. And here now I can basically see it. It doesn't have any kind of background, and I can add it, and maybe I will break something. And I just did, because the background was taken there. Anyway, it's just a slight bug that will be iron out, but this should be without the background, as it is when I take it here. This is basically the preview. So just some minor issue, nothing, that will not get resolved. So the important stuff is that these text animations can be also transparent. So you can add it to the video. And let me, just not confuse you and add it as it is right here. And maybe I can now, take it, make it a little bit smaller and overlay it, I don't know, maybe here, and make it even smaller like this. Okay, so you will be able to create animation, text animation like this, set it to transparent background, and then move it, to the other part of the video, to have it, to emphasize, for example, on some sentence or on some word and add emoji to it and stuff like that. And now to do, most exciting stuff, and that's subtitles. And let me go to the subtitles tab. And this is a really huge development challenge. And this is, I would say, maybe 90% complete. So let me just, as you can see, let me explain these options. You can generate subtitles. As you can see, when I go to subtitles, I see this thumbnail. That means I can generate subtitles for this asset, for this video. And if you add more videos or more audios into your project, into your fry, or call it any doesn't matter, you will see all of these assets here. So basically here you will be able to pick any of your video, any of your audio. Then you select it and you will be able to generate subtitles for that asset, for that media file. And to show you subtitles and how it works, the fastest way is basically import subtitles in SRT or VTT file. So let me do that, but you will be able to also write subtitles manually or generate them automatically as you are used to. Okay, and in the uploading process, these basically will be automated. So you don't have to do this once your video is uploaded. This will happen automatically behind the scenes if you select to do so in the uploading wizard. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And now just finally upload subtitles, and this is it, and upload it, and it will create subtitles element. As you can see, it is here in this layer. And when I play the video, okay, I will keep playing it and take a look at how the subtitles look like. So let me just zoom in and go, these are the subtitles, and just watch. Okay, I think this is just to show you some of the possibilities that are there, and this is just one of the many animations that you will be able to apply to your subtitles. This is just one of the stuff that you'll be able to do, and this is actually super powerful because the subtitles are basically linked to the video. When I move the video, it will also move the subtitles, and when I play again, all animations, everything is recalculated. You don't have to basically do anything on your part. And we are also working on a super simple way to trim and cut your videos, so you will be able to get rid of all silent pauses, get rid of all filler words, and then slice the video with the transcription, or slice it on the timeline here, and it will produce that video and throw away everything that you don't want to have there, and retime all the subtitles and apply animations to them. And if you also need to make some word bold or in a different color, you will be able to do that. So this is a really huge development challenge. It's almost done. As you can see, animations on subtitles are working, and this is just great new options that are coming out in the new version of Context Editor. I think this is just mind-blowing. When I saw these subtitles, it was like, I'm playing with this for almost 2 weeks now, but this opens up really super powerful, options and stuff that we can implement into ContentFries. And I'm super passionate about this because it is just a pleasure to watch this in front of my eyes. And this is something that is our you know biggest priority right now. Okay, that's the reason why some of the changes in the context editor or in the current version of ContentFries, in ContentFries 1.0, take a longer than before we were working on 2.0 version. But I think this is so much worth the wait. Okay, all these options, all these subtitles and animations and stuff like that. And I'm not sure where my headline is, so let me add it one more time just to have it in the video. And also, if you are not aware of that, there is undo and redo. So when I undo, as you can see, headline is now gone. I can redo that. So there is no more asking, are you sure to remove this image or text or whatever. When you click, it will get away, but you can simply undo that change. So I think this is more user-friendly approach to not have any kind of models that maybe some bothering you or something like that. And also, when I refresh the page, everything will be as I have it right here. So let me just do that, and it should work. And as you can see now, I still have the text, the subtitles, and also the text animations that I have right here. So this is the second one, and let me rewind it to the first one right here, and this is the first one. Okay, so it is also storing the actual version of that project locally on your device, and then it will automatically sync everything to the server, to the cloud, so you don't lose anything if your connection will get lost or something like that. So many improvements behind the scenes that you basically are not able to see, but they are there to make your experience much better, to provide you with very powerful options and features, and to provide you with tools so you can create really engaging content pieces and stuff like that for social media and for your followers. And the last thing I would like to show you today is the library, which is right here. And I think this is also super awesome and powerful. And that's that you will be able to add GIFs from library like this. So let me just find fries GIFs. Okay. I think this is super cool. Then you can pick some sticker, and the difference between GIFs and stickers is that sticker have a transparent background. Then you can look for text. Maybe there will okay, there are some text and also some videos, but I think the most important tabs are basically GIFs and stickers. And this is also work in progress, and we are now making some discussions with Jiffy to make this work as you see it right here. Maybe we will change the provider. I'm not sure about that. It depends on the conditions that they give us to use this for commercial purposes, because we basically would need to pay for a license, I think. So we will see. But there are also other alternatives, maybe tenor, which is also something almost as great as Jiffy. So something like this will definitely be in the finished version, and that's the message. That's the progress of the context editor. I think this is really a great progress that we made in the last 2 weeks. And I will share more details with you as we continue developing this. I will probably do only one Content Fridays every other week, because once it takes time. Okay, development of a tool like this is extremely time consuming and difficult, and but I think over the period of 1 or 2 weeks we can make really shareable and great progress. I think this will take a couple of weeks to finish in the beta version. It's extremely complex, and my predictions of when something like this will get released are super rough and very, very, very bad. So I can't give you the exact date when this will get out, but this will take anywhere from, I would say, 3 to maybe 10 weeks. Okay. I know that's a huge time of difference, but in the development world, maybe we will hit some. So far the progress is fast and everything works great, but we can hit some challenge that can stop us for a few days or something like that, and that can cause delays. Okay, so I can't tell you the exact date, but as you can see, it is moving really greatly. And the last thing is that basically upload section is complete. We just have to implement the folders structure to sort your files and stuff, and probably finish this search section. Subtitles, they are basically in a state that we can share them. That's, I think, almost done. Maybe some manual changes need and the editor to manually change and make changes in timings and stuff. That's for the next episode of Content Fridays. Then text, I think the custom fonts has to be finished here to have fonts and texts ready, and some of the configuration options, like options to, I think, as you can see, this is currently in progress. There is nothing, so this has to be finished. Also graphics, here you will have some elements like arrows and rectangles and circles, and maybe some images. I'm not sure entirely what will make their way into this section, but I think this basically section is the simplest one. So we will implement this as the final stuff, because that's the most easy one, I think. Library, this is basically we are just now doing discussions, so we will see if we will use Jiffy or something else. And then options to save templates and apply them in the uploading wizard and stuff like that. That's not very complex and difficult. So that's what missing to release this. As I said, it will take few weeks to finish this, anytime from 3 to 10 weeks or something like that. We will see. And then confetti and party. Okay, so that's the context editor 2.0 in the new version of ContentFries. I think it's just incredible. And I will next time I will share all the content multiplying options and where we are heading with this tool, and how we would implement stuff like content repurposing directly into this. That means the trimmer and the context editor will basically get merged together, and in here you will be able to trim your long form pieces of content into short form pieces of content and modify them from one place. That means stuff like silence remover and filler word remover and stuff like that will finally be also the part of context editor, because currently, if you have a short video and you want to remove silent pauses or filler words in English, you have to upload it as a potato, do this, and then turn it into fry. In this tool, in this new version, it will work. I think it will be much easier. Okay, so we will see the progress and everything that's possible in ContentFries 1.0 will also be possible in this, in a much cleaner and user-friendly way. Okay, with so much powerful feature that I think this will become your best friend. And also AI features like automatically generate headline for your video. So this headline will be pre-generated from the transcription and other super awesome stuff. Okay, so that's will be shared definitely in some of the next episodes of Content Fridays. And that's all for today. Thank you very much, guys, for your patience. And just keep in mind, we are working really hard on the new version of Context Editor. And as soon as this is ready and this is finished, I think ContentFries 2.0 will get the primary version, and it will be much better than the current version of ContentFries, because that's quite limited from the perspective of video editing features. And then we can start working or implementing and integrating all the content scheduling features, like post your videos to Facebook, Instagram, and other social media and stuff like that. But that's the long-term vision. For now, Context Editor 2.0, highest priority. This is what we are spending probably 90 to 95% of our time, but we are also working on some minor updates for the current version of the platform. So stay tuned, and I hope you like all the text animations and subtitle animations I was showing you, and I will see you next